stagnant is the word. Is this the beginning of a Brexit bite, or are there other facets at play?
Well, I think there are a number of things at play here. Obviously, the devaluation of sterling over the past couple of years has pushed up inflation. A lot of businesses are reacting to that now, and you'll see that in some of the numbers that we're publishing today. Yes, there are some companies who are concerned, and they've pulled back over the next 2 years. Interestingly, though, we see business investment going up in 2019 when Brexit actually hits, because a lot of companies are going to have to adjust at that point.
And where's most of that potential investment coming from? Is it the manufacturing side? Is it that side of the business investment, or where are you seeing it in services?
Well, I think it's across the board. Anyone that has an adjustment to make in order to get through Brexit is going to be investing ahead of that time.
We'll get more detail today from the Prime Minister in terms of the terms being offered to those more than 3 million European residents who are here in the UK. When you look at the bare bones of what you've seen, it hasn't been taken well by Europe, and it's being postured by Theresa May et al. As being a generous offer. Feedback from the members so far?
Well, I think there's a lot of political theatre here, and it's the sort of political theatre on both sides that actually turns off businesses. We've all known from the very beginning that these people were likely to be given absolute rights. We have clamoured in the business community to get that sorted as early as possible. We've said it's really important to get this sorted. We have too many people in our firms, whether they're low-skilled, medium-skilled or high-skilled, that need to have their certainty. And both sides have always agreed on it. But they are engaging in some political theatre on it. I think that dispirits a lot of businesses. What they want to see is this issue agreed and off the table. They don't want it left to the end like everything else.
And that's the risk, isn't it? I mean, even David Davis yesterday on the Sunday shows was saying, look, I'm still not 100% sure that I'm going to get a trade deal by the end of the Brexit negotiations. That must be the most worrisome aspect of all. This cliff edge, the potential for a cliff edge is still there.
Well, what we've called for is to try to maintain the benefits of the single market and the customs union until a final settlement is agreed and implemented. We've done that together with other business groups around the country, not just the Chambers of Commerce, but other business groups as well. You want businesses to have one set of adjustment costs to Brexit, not multiple sets over time. If we have one adjustment in 2019 and then another adjustment when a free trade deal comes in, actually that makes us less competitive. We'd like to see that just happen once.
So give me a series of issues that have got to deal with good, bad or ugly, great or indifferent. Tell me what they are. But you're also moving, and I find this interesting, you're upping the probability of a rate hike to the first quarter of 2018. Now, a number of institutions, Nomura, etc., have written notes, and they've said, actually, August is a live meeting for the Bank of England. How would your members react to a quarter of a point, let's call it, let's be realistic and say they need to move twice, right? And they need to move earlier than we thought. So we're up by 0.5%. How do you think that your community would respond to a nudge of 0.25% or indeed to 0.5% in interest rates? Would it really matter?
I think a well-trailed and gentle set of increases in interest rates would not overly unsettle the business communities that I represent. I'd be much more worried about very large moves over very short periods of time without that sort of warning in place. I think everyone in the business community realises that rates are going to have to normalise at some point in time. But as with Brexit, where they want a gentle path towards new arrangements, with interest rates too, they want a gentle path towards a new normal.
I find it interesting. I was away and I did do the odd bit of reading the odd day from the beach. It's very nice, actually.
Well done.
David Davis, obviously talking about Barnier, you know, he's very grand, he's very French, he's very elegant. But they need a deal as much as we want a deal. Do you see that as a realistic perception?
Look, I think there's a lot of political theatre here. I think that everyone is posturing. I see it on all sides. What I'm encouraging businesses to do is simply to look through it, Manus.
Okay.
It's noise. It's not actually about the fundamentals. If we were talking here about what matters to businesses, be that citizens' rights, be that some of the stuff here in the UK as well on our infrastructure, which we need to get much better, our skills base, which we need to get much better, that's what really gets my business community's interest. It's not some of this politicking that's going on at the moment.